So is there really truth in the saying, you are what you eat? It took a health scare from our next guest to realize that firsthand. Jocelyn Tonne was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue about 5 years ago, but was able to reverse her condition in 6 months by modifying her diet and exercising more. She now helps to inspire others and writes the Fit Foodie blog. Welcome back to the show, Jocelyn. Take me back when you were sick and what exactly happened and how you fixed it.
Yeah, about 5 years ago, I was in my senior year of college, probably one of the most stressful times of my life, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it.
Sure.
And you know, I just really kind of put my body on hold. Like, I just wasn't eating properly, I wasn't sleeping enough, I was in school, I was working. There was just so much going on that I stopped caring about what went in or how much rest that I got.
Sure.
And soon enough, I was just fatigued, so weak. I had cystic acne all over my skin, and I went to the doctor and they told me that I had, you know, this condition. So initially they said we could put you on this prescription medication, and I knew that I wasn't treating my body properly, and I knew that I wanted to try the more natural way first. So I was said that I would come back in 6 months. I would wanted to try my own way first, and that we would revisit it then.
Sure.
And I just changed. I added all whole, natural, unprocessed foods into my diet. I ate more because I wasn't eating enough. I stripped some caffeine from my diet, and within 6 months, my levels came back to complete normal.
You saw drastic differences?
Yeah, like it was drastic, and my skin started to like really just heal up, and it really is true. What you put into your body is what will come out of it. You
Get
know?
the results, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so you have a healthy meal for us today.
Yes.
This might be somewhere to start, right?
Yes, absolutely. So we're making a pomegranate glazed salmon dish. I was thinking about doing like a nice, if you can't go out for Valentine's Day, we have Valentine's Day coming up, you want to make your husband or your significant other or your family a really nice, healthy meal. So this is super easy. I'm going to start off with the glaze. We've just kind of put this on medium heat.
Okay.
You're going to be in charge of stirring.
I can do that for you.
Fabulous. So I'm going to just take some olive oil. You can use coconut oil. I prefer these two within the spectrum. I wouldn't try any others. But about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil on the bottom of the pan.
Okay.
I'm just eyeing it here. And then I have some organic honey. You could also use agave nectar. You could just put that right into here as well.
So that's going to sweeten things up a little bit without sugar.
Without sugar, yep. And this is like organic, and it doesn't increase your blood sugar levels at all, so it's kind of good. It's all natural. And then here we have some pomegranate seeds that we're just going to add
Which you didn't have to pick out of the pomegranate
I did not have to, I did not have to pick it out. I was telling Teresa that I sort of cheated and got the ones that were already
I feel like that's allowed.
for me. It's totally okay when you're trying to cook a wonderful meal. So we're just going to mix that around.
Sure.
I'm also going to add just a little touch of cinnamon. I really love the way that cinnamon just adds like a really nice flavor to this. It's a bit nuttier and warm. So that's the glaze, and you're in charge of stirring. You don't have to stir your arm away, but definitely give it a couple whirls. Absolutely. So then we're going to start with the roasted purple potatoes.
Which I didn't even know existed until I saw them at the beginning of the show.
We learn something new every day. So the purple potatoes, like I said, they're really predominantly grown in South America, and they're so good. Speaking of heart health, they're really rich in potassium, and then they have 4 times the amount of antioxidant nutrient value. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here. So I really like to switch and use things that are, you know, nicer, and I'm kind of a girl and I just love the color.
Purple, it's fun.
They're purple potatoes. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil on top over here. And then I have some fresh rosemary. You can use dried. I really love the fresh stuff. I feel like it makes my food just taste better. It also makes me feel like I'm fancier.
Well, you are. Huh?
And then I have just a little bit of salt and pepper. I pre-mixed it up already, so I'm just gonna drizzle it on top. I've already preset my oven for 375, and the great thing about this is that once I prepare these two things, I could kind of bake the salmon and the potatoes at the same time. Yep, so it's super easy. It's not a whole lot of process. Over here, I have been soaking my cedar plank. I really love cooking fish on the cedar plank. I think it gives it a nice, like, woody, just a smokier feeling. And they're super inexpensive. I got this one for $5 at just a local mart. So I'm just gonna put here, you wanna soak it for maybe a half an hour beforehand or an hour.
Okay.
It varies. So I'm just putting it over here. This is super easy as well. I have some fresh dill. Like I said, you can use dry as well. And I'm just gonna, you know, layer it all around. so that we're covering the salmon.
Is there something you should look for when you're choosing a piece of salmon, Jocelyn?
You know what? I personally just like to stay away from farm-raised salmon. I like a wild caught fish. There's different stories about what might happen at the farm. I don't want to make any assumptions, so I'll just go for the wild.
There you go, plate safe.
Absolutely. So I just put some fresh dill, and I'm going to sprinkle some of that salt and pepper mixture.
Okay.
And that is it. We will put these two items in the oven. The potatoes will cook for 35 minutes. This will cook for about 20, depending on how you like it. You know, if somebody likes it a little bit more undercooked, 15 minutes is good. So cook it how you like it. And then the glaze should be done in about 5 minutes. It's glazing up really nicely.
It's creating a nice little sauce here.
Absolutely.
All right.
And you have a full meal in 35
And I think people would be
minutes.
impressed with this.
Yeah, it looks fancier than it really is.
All right, Jocelyn, thank you so
Yeah,
much. We'll check back in
absolutely.
at the end of the show. We'll have the
Great.
recipe over at WTNH.com. Just click on Style.